Hello my fiery friends, welcome to another Fiery Fun stream. I am your host the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. So, we're of course going to continue our journey through Tarkir Dragonstorm. However, it's been a little while since we've actually seen one of the key planeswalkers that actually, I think now he's been desparked, but of course he is still a prolific character on the plane. But which character are we talking about, you may be wondering? Well, I'm glad you asked. So that's going to be the focal point of today, everybody. So without further ado, let's jump into it and show you what exactly I'm talking about. So with that, let's jump on in. And don't worry, I see y'all there. There we are. Oh, Sneaky Toilet, Den Splendid, welcome as always. Appreciate you two joining us for today's afternoon stream. Hopefully having a wonderful day, both of you, wherever you're at. So, which character was I talking about? Well, of course, you cannot be on Tarkir and not talk about Sarkhan. So, I actually realized we actually haven't taken the time to actually play him the entire time we've been on Tarkir. So, this has actually been the best time to actually do this. So, let's go ahead and do that today. Our deck today is going to be called Sarkhan's Dragons. So of course it's going to be all about him and all the super cool stuff that he can do. Sneaky Toilet first, second, and third, thanks again. And of course, Den Splendid, you've arrived. You have a good day, Inferno. By the way, I'm honestly still loving the deck you helped me make. Oh, yay, I'm glad that helped you out. Hopefully, again, it's still working. I know right now, that's right. The ladder reset earlier today, so hopefully that deck will actually help you rank up a little bit in standard. So let me know how that turns out later on. Oh, Stickman J, cake. Yes, cake is delicious, by the way. Thanks again for joining us, of course, as always, my fiery friend. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. So, as always, for those of you who are watching this, or longtime viewers, or again, if you're brand new to this, here's how we're going to break it down. As always, we'll go over the entire deck tech, and then we'll go over the stats, we'll go over all the cards, we'll then play as many matches as we can. Since this is today going to be a Brawl deck, we're just simply just going to keep it just best of one. That's all we can do, of course, in Brawl, so we'll just play as many matches as possible. Once we get, of course, to the halfway point of the stream, as always, I will show you, if you're interested in taking this deck to the next level, how you can upgrade it to make it even better than it currently is. But even if you don't want to do that, hopefully, again, you'll have a little bit of fun with what we're going to be rocking today. So let's go ahead, let's start with the stats of this deck. So Sarkhan's Dragons is a mono red deck. It's going to be rocking, of course, all red and a little bit of colorless support as well. We're looking at an average mana curve about 3.1, and we're going to be looking at 21 creatures, 16 instants, 11 sorceries, 8 artifacts, 6 enchantments, 1 planeswalker, 1 battle, and 38 lands. Woo! That's actually quite a bit for us today. So let's go over and talk about our key card, of course, our one and only commander, Sarkhan, Dragon Ascendant. So, Sarkhan here is a human druid. He is now no longer an actual planeswalker, just completely desparked, but he actually does do some pretty awesome stuff, all things considered. So the legendary human druid is a 2/2, and it says, when Sarkhan enters, you may behold a dragon. In order, however, to behold a dragon, you either have to choose a dragon you control or reveal a dragon card from your hand. And then by doing so, you get to create a treasure token. So he does a little bit of pseudo-ramping, if you will. Whenever a dragon we control enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on Sarkhan, and until end of turn, Sarkhan himself becomes a dragon in addition to his other types and gains flying. So little by little, as the game progresses, Sarkhan, of course, will get stronger and stronger, and then hopefully we should be able to utilize him to just smash our way to victory. But even if we can't do that super quickly, because dragons are a little bit more of a high-end curve kind of creature type, he still actually provides us a little bit of cool support with all the dragons we're going to throw in there. So let's go ahead and let's start with the 1-drops in the deck. With the 1-drops out here, we're going to have a little bit of burn. We have Burst Lightning here. Does 2 damage to any target. If it gets kicked, we can deal 4 damage later on. So good for us in the early game, or good for us at any point in the game, actually. We're also going to utilize Channel Dragonfire here. Channel Dragonfire also does 2 damage to any target. However, it also has the Harmonize ability. So Harmonize, for those that don't know, means we can cast this card from our graveyard, kind of like a flashback ability. However, we can tap a creature we control to reduce that cost by X, where X is the creature's power, then we exile the spell. So it's just kind of like flashback with maybe one extra step, if you will. I did send a message in Discord, basically my challenge for Brawl. It's basically only a 1 rare or mythic rare card, allowing the rest to be commons and uncommons. Also, alchemy is forbidden. It's the challenge of mine. Oh, interesting actually you brought that up, because I remember actually a couple years ago we did make a set of monocolored Brawl decks that actually did they did exactly just that. Maybe we might try to revisit it at some point. I do actually want to get back to the basically series. I know we just concluded that for 60 card formats, but I thought, hey, why don't we just take that a step further and we'll make a whole set again of brand new basically decks for the Brawl format. So they're not going to also be just valid for Brawl, but also be good for maybe like Paper Commander for those of you out there who actually want to do that. So I guess we'll do that maybe in the future. So some ultra budget stuff will be coming down the pipeline very soon once again. But we'll get around to that a little bit later on. In any case, let's see. Sneaky Toilet, do you prefer Brawl to Standard? What is your favorite game mode in Arena? Good question, actually. I actually used to love Historic, and then they kind of poo-pooed on it because they added in Alchemy cards. Actually, right now, I would still say Explorer is still my favorite format currently, but I actually do like Timeless. Although I'd probably play more Timeless if it weren't for the Alchemy cards that are still valid in that format. But so I would probably have to say it right now, Explorer, Brawl. It's a tie between Standard and Timeless right now because there's a lot of cool stuff in both. And then Alchemy's dead last, of course. I still sometimes play Historic when I don't want to deal with fetch lands and Timeless, but they're still also all great formats. Honestly, though, I really hope that in the future we'll get at least one ultra budget format, whether it's an Artisan permanently or even Pauper. I would love to have actually a Pauper format, so that way we can definitely kind of show you what you can really enjoy with Magic on a super tight budget. But until then, that's pretty much how it looks for me. Good question, though. That's Planet. As commander, I mean, you're allowed one of that rare to be your commander. Planeswalkers are allowed. Okay, I see what you're trying to do there. But yeah, we might try to do that in the future. That actually would be kind of a nice, fun challenge. I haven't had a chance to actually do that in multicolored, but that definitely can be something we can look at down the line. Okay, sorry about that. Let me go ahead. Let's continue on with the rest of this because it might take a while. Excuse me, to get through all the cards in this deck. Okay, so moving on. So we'll have end the festivities here, just deals 1 damage to each planeswalker they control, and each opponent's creature. So just a little bit of early game damage just to kind of wipe the board of, maybe it was mostly like low level tokens. Faithless Looting for us is going to be one of our cards that helps us draw some cards, discard some cards. It also has the flashback ability, so this is actually pretty good for us overall, allowing us to then just kind of dig through our deck. And then next we will have Spikefield Hazard here. Going to be one of our cards that allows us to then be a tap land in a pinch, but realistically you can also use this to just ping something out. If we can just get rid of it, then it exiles the card too, so that's actually pretty nice for us later on. Strike It Rich here is going to be Pseudo Ramp because it creates first treasure tokens. We have Soul Guide Lantern here for our Graveyard Hate in the main deck. And then for our 2-drop slot here, we'll have a Braid here. Deal some early game damage to a creature, or we can use it to destroy an artifact. Cathartic Pyre here can also do some more damage to a creature or planeswalker, or we can use it kind of like Faceless Looting, where we can kind of just draw some cards, discard some cards. Cleansing Wildfire here allows us to destroy a land. It actually can be also one of our lands too if we want to do a little bit of pseudo ramping, if you will. And then we'll have also Demand Answers here. We have to either discard a card or sacrifice an artifact to simply draw some more cards. Dragon Lord Servant, because we are primarily a dragon deck, so we want to try to ramp to our dragons as fast as we can, so this will make the cost reduction by 1. Dragon's Fire here, we technically don't need this removal spell, but hey, it is dragon, so I had to throw it, of course, on for flavor purposes. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you can either deal 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If we reveal a dragon card, or we choose a dragon as we cast the spell, the Dragon's Fire will deal damage equal to the power of that card to the creature instead, so this is going to be really good for us later on when we have some more dragons in hand. Speaking of more removal that really relies on dragons, we'll also use here Invasion of Tarkir, one of our few mythics in the deck. It's a battle. It's actually pretty awesome because when this siege enters, we reveal any number of dragons from our hand, and if we do, we can deal 2 damage plus additional damage for every dragon we reveal. If we manage to flip this, however, it becomes Defiant Thundermaw here, which is a really sweet dragon here, where anytime a dragon we control attacks, it can deal 2 damage to any target. So we can just kind of like just burn out the whole table, if you will, and it's actually going to be pretty sweet overall. We'll also utilize here Kickoff Celebrations. It has a Start Your Engines mechanic, which is something we don't use per se, but it can be nice later on in the game if this sits out for a while. Simply put, again, same thing. We just, of course, just discard a card, draw 2 cards. At max speed, we can then sacrifice the enchantment and then give all of our creatures haste until end of turn. Great for us to kind of finish off our opponent, be super duper aggro. We have here Piggy Bank. Again, Piggy Bank here is only here just to give us a little bit of pseudo ramping with treasure tokens. That's the real reason why we have it. It kind of was a little bit more of a filler card, if you will. Pyroclasm here because we're also going to still continually just kind of go with the whole game plan of just kind of keeping the table under our control, but just kind of burning out things we don't want to deal with here, dealing 2 damage to each creature. Roiling Vortex here just helps us, of course, do some pinging against our opponent here. If they try to cast anything for free, we can deal 5 damage to them to their face, which is actually great for us. And this also helps us turn off life gain against decks that have that kind of shenanigans against us. Scorching Dragonfire here, same thing again, spot removal for the deck, and of course, because it has dragon in the name, I threw it on just again for flavor purposes. Smoldering Egg here is a dragon egg. It's defender, but once we then cast a number of instants and sorceries to then put some ember counters on this egg, we can then flip this egg into a dragon, which whenever we cast an instant or sorcery, we deal 2 damage to any target. So this is great for us again for the mid to late game. Sunset Strike Master here is our actual mana dork here, and it's actually a pretty good mana dork, so we're definitely going to utilize this human monk to help us keep ramping. Flame of Keld here is going to allow us to discard a can. The Saga allows us to then draw some cards, and if we time this right, we can actually have a lot more heavier damage to inflict on our opponent once we get to the third part of the Saga. Volcanic Sprite here is going to help us, of course, to do more spot removal, and also kind of helps us kind of filter through our deck because we could put this card to the hand to the bottom of our library and then draw a new card. Scorching Shot here is also good for us. It just deals some 5 damage, just as straight up going to be spot removal. Collector's Vault here, I really love this card because it allows us to just keep digging through our deck, create some treasure tokens when we need them, and also discarding stuff when we don't need it. Environmental Sciences here just helps us dig out a basic for us. It also gives some life gain. Gleaming Barrier here, another one of our kind of like pseudo filler creatures, but it helps us, of course, create a treasure token, so pseudo ramping once this wall dies. Ruby Medallion also helps us reduce the cost of our red spells, which is actually great for us, so definitely got to throw that in there. Moving on to the third drop slot, though, we will now have Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind. You saw me play this when we did the Dragonstorm deck a couple weeks ago, but again, it's just a mana rock that actually is great for dragons because it gives the dragons haste until end of turn. Breath Weapon here, another one of our small little wraths here, but this one's actually our best one because it deals 2 damage to each non-dragon creature, so our dragons will not be affected by this. Another dragon egg here, it's literally dragon egg. The defender on this allows us to, of course, hold on to it until it dies. If it does die, it flips into an actual 2/2 dragon token here, where it also gets the fire breathing ability of get +1/+0 until end of turn. Dragon Grip here is an aura with the ferocious ability, so that means if we control a creature with power 4 or greater, we can cast a spell as though it has flash. And also, once we put this onto a creature, it gets +2/+0 and first strike, which is nice for us to give something a little bit of a combat trick, if you will. Fighter Spitter Whelp here, a smaller dragon that we have, but it's actually a cute one as well. Has flying, it's a 2/2, and of course, whenever we cast a non-creature spell or a dragon spell, it just pings our damage to our opponent for 1. Flame Sweep here, you kind of notice we definitely still have a lot more wraths to go through, but these are all pretty nice for us again, because we want to take the time to kind of build up our big dragons, so we need to buy time. So that's why we have a lot of these small wraths to keep the board clear. Anyway, Flame Sweep here deals 2 damage to each creature except for creatures we control with flying. So this way, again, it does not affect our dragons. Flick a Coin here, again, just pseudo ramping, pseudo card draw, and also just pings our opponent for 1. Light of the Stage here, since we're doing a bit of pinging with a lot of different cards here, this of course should be cheaper for only 1 mana to send exile 2 cards, and then we can play those cards until end of our next turn. Seize the Spoils here, just to discard a card, do some more card draw, more ramp. Spit Flame here, this is actually a really nice one for us. 4 damage to a target creature. Anytime a dragon we control enters, pay 1, and then bring this back from our graveyard to our hand, so then we can reuse this as many times as we need to. Dragon Speaker Shaman here gives all of our dragon spells 2 less to cast, which is really good rate for us to keep our dragons on the field faster. And of course, we're going to throw on the original Sarkhan here that actually was really good for us, Sarkhan the Fireblood. So 3 mana Planeswalker here, we can discard a card and tick it up to then draw a card, or we ideally want to add 2 mana in any color combination to spend this to cast dragon spells. Then if we can ultimate, we can create 4 5/5 red dragon creature tokens with flying to then flood the board. We'll have another mana rock here with Dragonstorm Globe here. 3 mana. Each dragon we control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And also we can add 1 mana of any color. In the 4 drop slot here, we'll also utilize Young Red Dragon here. So for 2 mana here, we can create a treasure token. And also we can then cast it later on as a flying 3/1 creature. Big Score here is going to be utilized, of course, to do some more card draw, more treasures, more ramping. Bolt Bend here will be really cheap for us, but we can then redirect a target that a spell is going to be adding to us to a different target if we need to kind of just redirect stuff away from our dragons. And then now, finally, we're going to get to the actual real dragons of the deck here. So Atsushi here, the Blazing Sky. 4/4 flyer, flying and trample. Once Atsushi dies, we choose either to exile the top 2 cards of our library or create 3 treasure tokens to keep the ramp going. Fledgling Dragon here, again, is one of our more budget dragons here, but it's still pretty good for us. This 2/2 4 mana flying dragon has thresholds, so that means as long as we have 7 or more cards in our graveyard, this creature gets a +3/+3 pump, and for fire breathing of allowing us to give the creature +1/+0 until end of turn. Leyline Tyrant here, we don't lose unspent red mana in steps as phases end, so this Mythic Dragon here is actually really good for our deck to make sure we can keep our red mana as long as we need to. When the creature dies, we can pay any amount of red, and if we do, we can deal that much damage to any target, which is actually really good for us to kind of, again, just possibly burn out the table. Magmatic Hellkite here, one of our newest dragons here, is actually really good for us. When this creature enters, you can destroy a target non-basic land and opponent control. So again, land destruction for us, its controller can get a basic out, but it has to put it down tapped and also with a stun counter. So it kind of locks out the land just for a little bit and helps us buy some time. Cosmo Elixir is going to be here mostly because even though this doesn't really fit the dragon plan, we do need something to help us stabilize. So this, of course, will give us some 2 life and allows us to scry. However, at the beginning of our end step, we can draw a card if our life total is greater than our starting life total. So this, again, just helps us with stabilizing. Unexpected Windfall, similar to just the big score here. Again, another card just helps us draw some cards, make some treasures, and just helps us dig through our deck. In the 5-drop slot, we'll have Rapacious Dragon here, so a 5-mana 3/3 flyer. When it enters, we get to create 2 treasure tokens. Stormkirk Feral here, another one of our brand new dragons from Tarkir Dragonstorm. It has flying, it has haste, but also has the Omen ability, which allows it, of course, to then discard a card, and if we do, draw 2 cards. The Omen ability will shuffle the dragon back into our deck, which we can then utilize later on until we really need to cast it later. We have Dragon Tamer here. When this human enters, we get to create a 4/4 dragon creature token with flying. Goldspan Dragon here will take advantage of all the treasures we just made and allow them to then be tapped to then add 2 mana of any one color. So this is going to be great for us for extra ramping. Pinnacle Monk here, well, it's not a dragon. It also is a land in a pinch. However, it has prowess, so it can pump itself up. But when the creature enters, just helps us bring back another instant or sorcery from our graveyard to the battlefield. Almost done, everybody. We'll also utilize here Fast/Furious. On the fast side of this card, we can either discard a card, draw 2 cards at instant speed, or at sorcery speed for 5 mana, 3 damage to each creature without flying. So this is actually an upgraded Flame Sweep, although it's a little bit more expensive. Lathlis, the Dragon Queen in the 6-drop slot, is a legendary dragon here. It's a 6/6 with flying, and every time another non-token dragon controls enters, we get to create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. And also, its secondary ability allows us to give all dragons we control +1/+0 until end of turn. Alright, and then with Rite of Dragoncaller here in the 6-drop slot, this is an enchantment that reads, anytime we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we get to create a 5/5 flying dragon creature token. So this is actually great for us to just flood the board with a bunch of dragons. Stormscale Scion here is going to be a 6 mana here. Other dragons we control get +1/+1. You've seen me, of course, play this card before. We can storm off with it if we get a bunch of stuff going on, and then we can make a bunch of extra copies to just overwhelm our opponent. Dracoseth Maw of Flames here, a 7-mana dragon here. It's a 7/7. It's legendary. It has flying. Anytime Dracoseth attacks, we can deal 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to each of up to 2 other targets for us. And then to round out our whole package, we had to throw in here, of course, Dracogenesis, an 8-mana enchantment that allows us to cast all of our dragon spells for free. Now, in terms of managing all this, we need the following lands to help us out here. 34 mountains, a single hidden volcano to discover 4, so we can kind of just do some exiling until we can cast something for a cheaper cost. Autonomous Furnace here for a little bit of card draw. An Amonkhet Raceway here to start our engines and give any one of our dragons haste to just do its thing. And finally, to round out our package here, Demolition Field, of course, if we need a little bit of extra land destruction. But otherwise, that is the whole deck for you, everybody. Whew. Okay, once again, we got through the entire deck tech for you. Thanks again, of course, for hearing that out. But now, finally, we get to do the fun part. We're going to definitely jump into a couple matches to see how well this deck does. But what are your thoughts overall on it, everybody? Do you like what you see? Are you thinking it's going to be good? Or do you think it's going to be terrible? We'll see. Let's go ahead, let's try this out. All right, feeling pretty good about this. Feeling pretty good. Okay, let's give this a try. Dead Split it. Okay, oh, you already did create that super budget deck with Nico Bolas? Well, that's, of course, something that I expect you to do, so not a surprise there. Okay, so our first Brawl match for today, everybody. Let's see. So we've got 2 lands, so we can definitely start doing our thing. Faithless Looting. We got some dragons in hand. Okay, this looks pretty good. Let's see if we can get this going, everybody. Put down our first mountain and pass. What's our opponent playing? Okay, they're playing Metacant Core. I really like this card, by the way. I actually threw it into my vehicles deck, so that's actually a pretty sweet robot here. So let's see. Are they going to be playing a bunch of robots? Lots of artifacts? I guess we'll find out here. In the meantime, let us play Sarkhan, and we will behold a dragon. Which dragon do we want to show off? I think we'll show off the cheap one. And we'll pass. All right, opponents, show me what you got.
It's time to do
Ooh, okay. Metacant is now online, so we need to start keeping that off the field. Let us scorching shot that. Sorry, opponent. Robot down. We swing here. Down to 23. Okay, so we're going to hold off for a little bit here, but with Dragon Speaker Shaman, this should definitely now make our... Oh, already? Opponent, I was just getting started there. Okay, well, a win's a win, I guess. So, yay? I was hoping we were going to get a chance to do more there, but okay. I'll still take a free win. Got to get those dailies done. Okay, so free card. Nothing impressive, of course, but that's okay. Okay, for reals. Now we're definitely going to get our real match in today. Let's see. Oh, so you played the big one that steals cards? Oh, that one is a gnarly card. You and your stealing of cards against opponents. You just have to do that, don't you? Okay, let's see. So we got our mountains, a little bit of early game removal, Dragon Lord Servant cheapen our dragon costs, and we also got some ramp here. This is pretty good. If we can get a dragon or two, this should be solid. All right, mountain. And pass. All right, opponents, what do you got? Show me what you got. Delighted Halfling. All right, that's cute. Pelucranos is going to be a bit of a threat, but we still have an answer for the Delighted Halfling. Sorry, opponent, no ramp for you. Play our mountain. Sunset Strike Master. Since we don't have any dragons right now, we will hold off on Sarkhan for a little bit. See what our opponent's going to try to do here. Let's see. Opponent? Anything? Nothing yet. Okay. Okay, well, I guess now we're just going to keep the ramp going. Sunset Strike Master will do its thing. Maybe. Swinging. Down to 22, opponent. Okay. Not too bad right now. We got our stuff going. Dense Planet. Well, I played that basically budget deck. Someone scooped for destroying their Japanese Land of War elf. Oh. People really love that elf card, by the way. I mean, a lot of people I've seen play it. So, yeah. I mean, some people, that's just... They really don't want their cards to get blown up, I suppose. Alright, so let's see. How do we do this here? Do it this way. Sprites. We will decline Scorching Dragonfire. Commander down. They'll put it back. So that at least does buy us some time. Okay, in the meantime... Dragon Lord Servant. We don't have any dragons yet, but at least now we have more than enough out so we can definitely start doing our thing. We just need a dragon. Any dragon right now will be nice. Come on, deck. We're out of cards. Definitely could use something here. Anything. Opponents? Taking some time to think. Goldbane Hydra. Ew. Big Hydra. Amonkhet Raceway doesn't really do it for us, but I guess I'll throw it down. Okay. So, kind of in an awkward spot because we don't have any... We're out of gas. Okay. Well, I guess we'll put down Sarkhan now. Can't really get to do a treasure shenanigans, so that's fine. We'll leave it. Dense Planet. Try the same for Gix. Let's just say it sucks so bad I don't want to talk about it. Oh, was it really that bad? I mean, how bad could it be? It's mono black, but mono black still has a lot of good options, even at budget level. Maybe we just need to take time to relook at the deck overall. Lucrinos coming back again. Round 2. Found it. Major swinging. No blocks. We'll just have to take the damage. Come on, deck. Breath weapon. Okay. Not quite what I want to see right now. Alright. Well, alright. We're just going to have to wait it out. Wow, our deck actually ran out of gas. Ooh. Ugh. Not what I want to see right now. We really could use a dragon right now. Any dragon card would be great to deal with this. Although Pelucranos alone, the reach on both of these cards actually kind of stop our dragons either way. They shock themselves. Opponents. Swinging. No block still. Alright, deck, come on. I need something. Otherwise our opponent is going to outvalue us here. Well, we get one free easy win, and then now our deck now sputters out. Every single time, sunrise, sunset. Yes, but remember, power level of Brawl is still high. Had to face it off against an Alchemy and broken cards. Oh, don't even get me started on that one. Every time I like to test out a deck, sometimes, yeah, this looks like fun, and then all of a sudden I hit the brick wall and just, we don't get to do anything. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, hot take, maybe they should add the bracket system a little bit better and add it into Brawl. I don't know. Not being serious, of course, about that, though, because it doesn't really fit into Arena, but I think they need to filter things out a little bit stronger. That's not to say we can't deal with high-powered decks. It's just kind of awkward right now with how at least we built the deck. Once we play the more higher-powered version, that's totally understandable to have more higher-powered challengers. Our opponent right now is thinking, though. But we don't really have much to work with here. I don't know. Opponent's still thinking, though. I mean, it's still way too early for us to kind of make a decision as to whether or not this deck is good or bad. We're just... Sometimes you just end up drawing awkwardly. More like the brick wall goes towards you for spite of it. Yeah, that feels like it sometimes. Can't really argue with that. Alright, come on. Opponents? You there? Opponents. Yoo-hoo. Hello. Anyone there? Maybe they went to go get, I don't know, something. Okay, well, we'll see if this is kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Our opponent right now is just chilling. Yeah. Or maybe they disconnected. Okay. I guess we get a free turn? Kind of feel awkward about that, but okay. Although our deck is still not doing us any favors. We're literally getting all of our lands out right now, and then nothing's happening. But where's our opponent at? I kind of don't want to win this way either. I wanted to actually have a match today. But, this might just be the way it is. Oh, well. Client is updating. Probably that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot the client. We had to have an update because, you know, back-end stuff and whatnot. But even if that's a thing, we wouldn't get an update until... Oh, our opponent is there. Okay. Sure. So I basically got a free turn we didn't swing, so that bought us time. Not how I want to, of course, play the game. Real well. It is what it is. But either way, while our opponent is also trying to strategize their game-winning victory here, let me know, what are your thoughts, everybody? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing this week? Playing anything unique? Playing anything different out there? Trying anything spicy? Or maybe you just want to chat about something else. Either way, we can talk about whatever you want. Okay. Opponent. They're all tapped out. They have a ton of these Hydras. So definitely, I like the Hydra plan. It is actually a unique plan. We have actually never played with Hydras ourselves, so I like what they're doing here. Sneaky Toilet doing Planeswalkers. Could be better or worse. Are you trying out a different Planeswalker deck, or are you having an idea of like something else you would like to look at? Okay, the opponent is swinging finally. You know what? At this point, I think I'll just block here. Just at least get rid of the Gold Vein Hydra. That's trampled, but at least we can sponge a hit. They'll make a bunch of tokens, which is not what I want to see, but okay. Okay, Stormscale Scion. Nice, but man, we just don't have anything to work with it. Okay. So how do we do this then? Wow, okay. We're not going to get any real value out of this, which is unfortunate. Because, I mean, we can make this big, but we just don't get any extra copies. That's awkward, unfortunately. Oh, well. Yeah. I don't think we're going to win this one. I'll give us another turn. One more turn, and then after this, I'm probably just going to drop this match because it's not exciting and nothing's really working here. I wish we had Artisan as an official format. Oh, don't even get me started on that. I would love to have Artisan as a format on Arena. We definitely would be able to have a lot of fun with that. And it also would create a nice little alternative to providing, I would say, a much more fairly balanced format, in my opinion. Man, just the dream of that. I realize that next week we will have back, though, Midweek Magic. It'll be Historic Pauper. So I have a Pauper deck ready to go for that. So that'll be fun. Okay. Our opponent's got this one locked in. I mean, we could block here, but it's not enough. No matter what we do, we're going to lose. So, all right. Guess we'll just do it now. We will... That doesn't really matter all that much. Okay. Opponents. Breath Weapon, out of spite, because that's all we have in hand. Man. That's a shame. We take out the Birds of Paradise, but that's all we can do. Alright. They got Xaxes, and we lose. Dang. Deck sputtered out there. It's okay, though. It's not a big deal. That's just our first loss for today. We're just going to move on. No big deal. Sneaky Toilet. It's basically the one you made with a few tiny adjustments to try and make it through the early game. Okay, that's fair. Let me know how that turns out for you. Hopefully, again, it's still doing something good, at least in the format. I think now with the clean slate of resetting the ladder, that should be a good indicator to see, can it get you out of certain ranks? That's a more advanced version of Pauper because of the one more rarity. Yeah, at least Artisan would be a little bit more of a unique option for that. I would love to, of course, see how well it can work. My only concern is, would it be popular enough to actually justify the format on Arena? On the other hand, they're still trying to push Alchemy every day, and it's still the least popular format in the game. At least on Arena. Okay. Tapped Artifact Land. We got Rakdos, Patron of Chaos. I haven't seen anybody play this card, so I don't know how well this is going to do, but we'll see. Environmental Science. Let's get another land out, get some life. Opponents. What you got? Mountain. Proaxa. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to throw away Faithless Looting. They lose Proaxa. Mountain. Gleaming Barrier. Okay. What else we got? Okay, Swamp. Mayhem Devil. Alright. Let's Faithless Looting. We have tons of land, so we should probably start drawing into our action stuff here. Throw away two mountains. Okay. So we also have Fast and Furious here. That might help us out. Depending on what else they throw down. Seize the Spoils. Alright. They're doing some ramp too. Opponent can't swing, so at least that buys us some time. Demolition Field. Okay, so, nothing yet. We'll wait. Okay, deck. Come on. Give me some dragons. Any dragons right now would be really, really nice. Painful Quandary. Okay. Well, opponent's going to try to hit us hard here with such cards. We'll see if that actually hurts us a lot. Bolt Bend. Still nothing there. Okay, we'll just have to wait it out. Again, Splendid, my point still stands that Planeswalker should be playable as your commander. Look, if Coalition Victory is unbanned now for it... If Coalition Victory is unbanned for it now being very slow, I think it would be fair for Planeswalkers to be as actual commanders. Yeah, I'll be honest, like, I'm totally fine with that personally. I'd have no problem with Planeswalkers being commanders at this point. I mean, that's realistically the only way you can make Planeswalkers viable in the game. because in this format, Planeswalkers kind of get destroyed very quickly. They don't survive very long in Commander, at least from what I've seen. All right, Mystic Peak. Tapped. We're almost close to actually getting a Dracogenesis, so that actually might be nice for us. But we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Almost there. We have 5, 6, 7 land. Okay. Also, I don't know what else our opponent has in hand, so that's also a problem too. All right, opponents. And he swings. Yep, they swinging. Block here. If we get the treasure, we get the treasure. Okay. Nothing? Okay. All right, well, we're not doing too bad right now. I think... Let's see. Okay, how do we do this here? I think we'll just Furious now. Take the damage. Discard a card. And we'll take the 5 loss of life. Okay, so they lose their devil, which is good. Okay. Nothing else from us. Big score. Maybe some more treasures. Okay. So, we'll see. Can we get around this? Sneaky Toilet. I promise you, High Noon is for real. Right. Amazing with Planeswalkers because you're still getting a lot of value every turn, even though you're limited to 1 card. I mean, that definitely does sound like it helps a lot. So, I'm glad it's working out for you. Oh, let's see. Dang. Okay. What do we throw away here? I think this is probably going to have to be Bolt Bend. Not what I wanted to throw away, but it has to be. Chandra Dress to kill. Okay. It is trying to get those pings. Yep. Make some more mana. Land. Okay. Demand answers. Okay. Let's see. How do we do this? Is there a way out of this? I'm going to try here. Okay. We will... Oh, jeez. This is going to be so painful. So, throw away the invasion. Dang. Painful Quandary is literally painful for us. We're trying to find a way to get around things here. Okay. And I think we'll just have to wait it out. Trying. But getting out underneath an enchantment like this is so tough to deal with. Let's see. That's when it's... Finally did my optimizing for Boros tokens. Went with Wandering Emperors as well. Going for a more slower approach with tokens. Okay. That definitely sounds like you're getting a lot of good value out of that. Opponents? They swinging. Okay, so, we have to just, oh, jeez, we have to discard a card, don't we? All right, Dracogenesis. Dang. Not what I want to lose at all. Okay, demand answers. We sacrifice here. Make a treasure. But we're out of cards to discard, so we take a lot of damage here. Our opponent for 1. Draw 2. Okay. Well. Yep. I don't know if we're going to get this one either. That's a shame. There's just too much damage to take from Painful Quandary. Like, it literally is going to hurt us for the remainder of this whole game. So, yep. It is what it is. Make a treasure token here. Paying our opponent still, but it's just not enough. Discard the card. Make a treasure. And that would have been enough lands right there to kind of start casting things for free, but I don't think we're going to get there now with what we have. We could try. But at least you can see right here, there's just no way. There's no way of doing this here. Not without taking a ton of damage. Play with fire. You know what? Yeah. We weren't going to win this one. Even if we keep casting stuff, we ran out of cards. And we can't keep discarding things, so... Okay, it's fine. No big deal, everybody. We'll continue on. This deck does work. I assure you, it does work. I know, I say that every single week whenever we play a budget deck, but it does work. Just gotta get the right setup going. Still have no clue what to do with the sideboard. Okay, sideboard for Boros tokens. I mean, when in doubt, you just kind of cover the regular bases, you know. Artifact Enchantment Hate, Graveyard Hate, and then throw in 1 or 2 pieces, whatever your main deck can't deal with. So, if your deck can deal with control, maybe throw in something for anti-aggro. So, Wraths or Spot Removal? I mean, it's usually what I go with whenever I'm trying to build a deck and I'm kind of stumped on how to make the proper sideboard. And then you just kind of sculpt it from there. I mean, at least, again, that's how I look at it. All right, in the meantime, let's see here. Opponents. Opponent is playing Tiamat, the biggest of all dragons. So, can our Sarkhan outdo their Tiamat? We'll see. We shall see. So let's see here. We don't have any dragons in this hand, but we have a lot of small wraths that we might use. We'll see if that's enough. Mountain here, and let's see. I guess we'll get out Piggy Bank. If nothing else, it can deal some good damage. Okay, let's get in there. Stuff going, okay. Rivass of the Claw. Is that something we should worry about? We swing here. Just get our damage going. Let's see. Okay. In that case... Flick a coin. Draw a card. Okay. Oh, we did get a land, which is nice for us. We lose that treasure, but that's perfectly fine. We gotta slow down the ramp as fast as possible. That's what we're hoping to do. Right. Elegant Parlor. That's when unironically my one rare Nico Bolas has like a 55% win rate. I'm surprised. Well, that actually is pretty good, all things considered. And it sounds like better than what I do. Okay. In the meantime, opponent is not really going to play much of anything because they're just going to try to keep ramping. That's pretty much all they can do for now, at least until they start getting Tiamat to do its thing. Hopefully, if we should be able to get there too. Okay, so Mountain. Let's play Sarkhan here. Reveal our young red dragon. Make a treasure. Dragonlord Servant. And a 19. Okay, so this does mean our red dragon here can come down a little bit sooner. Dragon back assault. Jeez. Alright, well, they found a way around us. That's okay. Make a treasure token out of that. Okay, Mountain again. Sarkhan. Showing off our dragon again to make another treasure. Pass. Well, the good news is we have plenty now lands and treasures and ramps, so we should be fine. We just have to find a way to get around their stuff. But of course, the biggest weakness to a red deck is we have no answers to enchantments. Alright. They need 7 mana. Actually, no, they need 8 mana. But of course, I am planning on doing, at least before we end this whole walk back through Dragonstorm, we are going to try to see if we can do a 5-color dragon deck ourselves near the very end. That is going to be a little bit of an ambitious project of mine, but we're going to try to see if we can pull that off. Until then, however, so let's see. We will... Dragon Tamer. So we can make 1 dragon out of this one, which is nice. Gives us a little bit of pump there. Turn Sarkhan into a dragon, but we can't really do much of him. So we'll just have to hold off for a little bit longer. No attacks. Pass. Alright. Their token is getting bigger. Ugh. We just want to see if we can just find a way to actually get a win here. Like a real win. Alright. Opponent's playing Tiamat. Oh boy. Here we go. Okay, bet. 1v1 deck. Your deck versus mine. I mean, if we have time, I could try. At least until... hopefully I won't get run over here, but we'll see. Okay. Just trying to see. I just want to see if we can pull this off. Right now, it looks like multicolored dragons might be actually be better than us, but we'll try. Okay, in the meantime, let's see. Let's go on Red Dragon. Getting some more treasures for us. Pump. Pass here. So our deck is kind of doing its thing. It's just, we just don't have a way of getting around their other stuff. Because our deck is also slow too, and because of that, Tiamat was able to, they were able to get their stuff going here. Okay, another dragon. And they're all indestructible too, so I have no idea how I'm going to get around this. Realm Scorch. Scorcher Hellkite. Okay. They make some extra land, or I should say mana color combinations. Okay. So, what do you think is the best way to build dragons? Were we better off doing... Should we do a multicolored one in the future again? It's been a while since we've actually done dragons, so... I don't know. Maybe a monocolored probably is not the best way to do it. We did try way back a Miram Sentinel Worm deck in Historic. But if you guys want to see me do the 5-color, because I would like to do it, maybe we might try to pull that off in the future. No blocks yet. We still got a little bit of time to work with here, but we'll try. I don't know how we're going to get out of this. We're going to try. Okay, throw away the Pyroclasm. Just trying to draw into better action here. Breath Weapon, right. And another Mountain. Okay, There's not much of anything I can do here. All of them indestructible? Oh, jeez. Alright. Should I end my suffering now? I don't know. It feels like, again, it's just not going to be something we can get through, so I just have to cut this one. Yeah. Okay. Not doing too well with Sarkhan here, but we're going to try, everybody. We're not giving up just yet. We will try to see. Maybe another match or two, and then we'll try to upgrade this. Yeah. And then Tiamat, also in paper, has gone up in price a ton. Like, she's now a really expensive card. Everyone is now on the Dragon train. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. We will find the right matchup that shows you the deck can do stuff. I assure you, it can definitely do stuff. Okay, we're going against a Zur the Enchanter deck, so... Oh, geez, like, Arena right now wants to throw us against matchups that we cannot just deal with their stuff. Because, again, Mono Red just can't deal with enchantments. We'll try. Bloodstrand. Also, because our deck is still budget deck right now, that's why we're still looking a little bit gimped versus what we may deal with normally. Mountain and pass. Okay. Dollmaker Shop. Okay. That's going to be a problem for us, but we will try. Sarkhan. We will behold our only dragon, making a treasure, and pass. Okay. See if we can get around this. Restoration of the Gonjo. Yep. It's all enchantments, which is not our matchup at all. Sunset Strike Master. And... down to 22. Okay. Start throwing away lands to get back lands for free. I mean, that's the only reason why you play the Restoration. So you got their Flooded Strand back, but it's tapped. Zur the Eternal Schemer. Let's see. Can we get around that? Okay, so let's see. How do we do this here? Guess we'll play Dragon Tamer now. Make a token. Pump up Sarkhan. Tax yet. I think we'll just Faithless Looting now. Draw 2. Okay, we got the Ruby Medallion. That's good. Throw away Gleaming Barrier. And... Environmental science. The ruby medallion will be enough for us to make things cheaper. Alright. They now flip. Got lifelink. And it's also got hexproof. Opponent. Surveillance. Okay. Soul Reaper of Mogwis. Still nothing from our opponent yet. Let's see. Rude Medallion. So that thankfully does make everything cheaper now, which is good. We'll discard a land. Draw 2. Okay. Dragonstorm Globe. And then from here, Flame of Keld. Okay. A little bit better there. We throw away one mountain, but that's fine. No swings yet. Come on, deck. Give me something good here. Feeling a little bit better here. As long as they don't have anything that blows up our whole board, I think we should be okay. Am I right? I think we still have a shot here. Okay. Surveil. Okay. Anything else, opponents? Thinking. Maybe. The one, right? So no swinging for now, but that's fine. Hopefully this will be the turn we can kind of draw stuff. Okay, interesting they're swinging now, but okay. Okay. I don't mind losing the token. That's fine. Okay, there we go. There we go. Fireblood. There we go.
No sword can pierce my look to the skies.
To red. Hot sushi. Pumps up. And then swing here. Just for flexing purposes. I know that doesn't do any damage. I just did it because I could. Okay, opponents. Anything? Starfield Mystic, alright. Trying to make things cheaper. Oh, hold on. Exile a creature with opponent bell. So they're gonna hit Atsushi. Joy. I'm gonna sacrifice Sunset Strike Master to take out Zur. At least I hope this works. Okay, Zur's down. Okay. That does help us out a little bit here, but unfortunately we lose... dang it, we lose one of our biggest dragons there. That's a shame. Okay. Either way, that keeps it out for now. Swinging at Sarkhan. We'll block here. They lose their token. Okay. So that pumps up here. Discard.
Madness.
Throw away the land.
What madness?
Roiling Vortex. I guess we'll swing now. Okay. Okay. Ping our opponent here. We'll go down to 18. Alright. So, Ichigo's Reign of Truth. Bumping up. We'll lose Sarkhan here, but that's a small price to pay. Because, again, we don't worry about that too much. We just need to get to at least one or two solid... just any card right now would help us out. Well, maybe not any card, but something. Okay, making tokens. Anything. Down to 16. Oh, I realized I should have turned off the life gain there. Well, That was my mistake. Oh, jeez. It's going to make me mess up this match, isn't they? Okay. Fortifying provisions. Make a token. 15. Okay, so... I think this would help us out a little bit here. Furious. Okay, board's somewhat clear. Pass. I'm 25. Yeah, I messed up there completely. I was not paying attention. I totally forgot to turn off the life gain. So I should do that now. But that might be too little too late. Dang. Today's budget deck is not pulling it off at all. We'll give this deck one more shot at least in non-budget form. I mean, in budget form, and then we'll jump to a non-budget version. Honestly, I'm just kind of a little disappointed right now. See, I like to low-key see you play with that Planeswalker deck sometime. Oh, the one that I built for you? Is that the one you're talking about? Enduring Tenacity. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, I mean, we could look at that. I was originally thinking of maybe doing that like as a stream to kind of explain things a little bit and then kind of show you our thought process of where I went with building that. Alright. So, unfortunately, I have Death Touch on that. Dang. Yeah, that really hurts us, doesn't it? Alright. We go down to... Yeah. We go down to basically... 3? Yeah, down to 3. But at this point, I don't think there's not going to be much of anything we can do to get around this. Enchantments are the one matchup we don't want to deal with as a deck. Down to 2. Joy. And again, another mountain. Wow, we just keep flooding. I don't think I have too many lands in this deck. Alright. One more try, everybody. Let's give this budget deck one more shot, and then if it doesn't work out, we'll just jump straight to the upgraded version. Unfortunately, it is not doing anything today. Like, literally every matchup we've tried, we have failed. But even so, I'm still not going to feel too down about it. We're going to see. I just wanted to give the deck a fair shot. Alright. Loading up again. Here we go. Alright, so we're playing as a Zergo deck, so at least that means we're dealing with a lot of tokens, which we can deal with tokens. We definitely have a lot of options for that. So, for example, we have Flame Sweep here. That's good. We have some draw, discard. I feel pretty good. I feel better about this one. This one should be the one. This one hopefully should be our victory here. Sneaky Toilet. Sometimes you're the statue, sometimes you're the pigeon. Wait, what? I've actually never heard that saying before. Sometimes you're the statue, sometimes you're the pigeon. Well, that's a new one for me. Note to self, I'll probably keep that one tucked away as like a hilarious comment I'll make in the future. But yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Sometimes you do have games that are like that. Sometimes you just, everything clicks well, and sometimes you just look terrible. But okay. Until our opponent puts stuff down. While we're waiting for our opponent to do the thing, again, if you are a fan, if you are enjoying this content, whether you're watching live or if you're watching it on the replay, you know what to do. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you watch the content so you don't miss out on any of the gameplay, booster pack openings, deck live streams, whether we do amazing or terrible, and so much more. We're hoping to see if we can get off a little bit more in the future, and hopefully we'll see if we can try to make more time to do more fun stuff down the line. Thank you for the follow, of course, my friar friend. I didn't realize actually you didn't follow me already, Sneaky Toilet, but still, I appreciate that regardless, so thank you as always. Appreciate you. Okay, in the meantime, Dragon Egg coming down. You didn't unfollow just to refollow? Oh, aren't you adorable? I thank you for that. It's all good. Appreciate it still. Zergo coming down now. Alright, they swinging. Making their token. We can block the token, which is fine. Fortunately, though, we do have a Flame Sweep. So that should help us out a little bit. Alright, in the meantime, let's see. I guess we'll just play this now. Leyline Tyrant. so big dragon coming down. Hopefully that should be enough for us. At least I hope so. Even if they start making a ton of tokens, the Flame Sweep alone should destroy everything. Okay, down to 22. Still anyone's match. They got a swamp. Come on, deck. Opponents? Opponents? 6 cards in hand. What you got? Anything? Oh, they have the... Oh, jeez. Of course. Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to keep blocking here for a little bit longer. Alright, we'll just block Zergo straight out. They have enough tokens now where I think we can actually use the Flame Sweep. So that should be okay for us. Number 13. Right of the Dragon Caller. Okay, so... how do we do this? I think flush out. Okay, I don't think we're gonna have enough time to get to right to the Dragon Caller, so draw 2. Okay, we got some lands. And we pass. Okay, so the game plan right now is block Zergo here. Flame Sweep away the tokens once they make them, and I think that should help us get around things for a little bit. Lava Sword Boots. They gonna put it on Zergo? Maybe. I would assume they put that on Zergo. Oh, jeez. They just sacrificed all their tokens. Well, so much for my game plan there. Ouch. That actually kind of messed up everything because I was ready to Flame Sweep, but they just kind of played the Rottenmouth Viper for way less. Jeez. Unbelievable. Alright. And yeah, that clicks it for us. Nah, I'm not dealing with this. Wow. I know sometimes I've said this before, but once again, this feels like our worst stream currently right now. Okay, so we need to mix it up. This isn't working for us, and I'm not really satisfied with this. This definitely feels not fun. So let's change it up a little bit. We're going to now just jump to the upgraded version. So maybe the upgraded version is where we want to be at for this deck. But yeah, man, I was ready to Flame Sweep, and then, jeez, they just sacrificed everything. So we didn't have a chance to actually use it. So such a shame. All right, moving on. So this is the upgraded version of the deck. So if you still like the deck, even though it kind of looked terrible on paper, or I should say digital, it's still going to be something I would try to see if we can try to maybe pump up a little bit here. Maybe this version might be the better version here. So what upgrades do we give this deck? Realistically, it pretty much just goes to all the stronger dragons. So we're talking about a lot of better stuff here. So to upgrade our dragon deck, we're going to look at actually giving ourselves a lot more stronger removal. We'll add in cards like Star of Extinction here for stronger wraths. We'll have Twin Flame Tyrant here. We're going to use Terror of the Peaks. We'll utilize also Sarkhan the Dragon Speaker. Most of the other ones here, Bonehead Dragostar here, it's going to be mostly just ramping to the bigger, more powerful, stronger dragons that can help us out a little bit here. Otherwise, most of the other stuff shouldn't really affect us too well, or at least too much here. Thunderbreak Regent, another big dragon for us. Count on Luck for a little bit more pseudo card draw. But most everything else pretty much is kind of already set as is. Garrick, the Crown Scourge, because we do make a lot of treasure tokens. Not much else here. Blood Moon here if we want to lock out certain multicolored decks. That actually kind of hoses a lot of decks out there. And thankfully, since we're mono red, we don't really care about the downside that Blood Moon provides for us. As far as anything else overall, we can also throw in some extra ramp with Runaway Steamkin here. We'll throw in, I think that was pretty much it actually for the most part here. Not much else I really would say except everything seems pretty much set towards just making bigger dragons here in this version here. And as always, if you're interested, this version, along with the budget version, will have links, of course, at the very end of the stream. So this way you can kind of see for yourself if you do like it and you do want to take it to maybe throw into your arena for yourself, you can definitely utilize it that way. As far as the land-based upgrades, we'll throw in now Arena of Glory here so we can exert and then make a much more stronger creature that can also have haste. We'll throw in Castle Embereth here for more pump. Keep 27 lands. You don't have to have the hidden volcano, but I threw it in there still. We'll throw in a Ramanop Ruins for us, and that's actually going to go coinciding with Scavenger Ground, so we want to do some exiling for Graveyard Hate. Add in a Fountain Port because we do make quite a few tokens. Cavern Souls to make sure our dragons are uncounterable. Air Archway for a little bit more pseudo ramping for us. And Nomenkit Raceway can stick around as well. So Constant Crucible Defiance will also be added in just to make us some spirit tokens if we just need to at least get the board flooded just to kind of protect ourselves for a little bit. Otherwise, that's pretty much the upgraded version, everyone. I don't know if, again, this is going to do better, but I hope that it will. So let's give this a shot here. Let's give this one a shot. Sarkhan upgrades. Okay, hopefully again, feeling better about this one. Let's give this a try. Desmond, it ready for a duel whenever you are. Okay, we'll hold on to that for a little bit longer. See how we do. If we're not doing too hot here, we might have to switch it up and maybe just play a little bit more casual. Sneaky Toilet, would you consider rewards with Twitch points, like maybe 50k points people can choose your deck or something along those lines? Any chance I can get a VIP on Twitch, sir? I'll be honest. I don't use Twitch's options too much because every time I've set up everything, I never really think to myself, oh wait, I should probably add on some more stuff to make this stream a little bit more fun. I really should, but I just never have the time to do it. Like seriously, I wake up, get ready to do like recordings and content. I go to my regular big boy job, come home, try to edit, and then until I'm completely tired, and then just do it all over again the next day. But yeah, I need to take the time to actually look at what we can do to, spice things up and make things a little bit more fun here. I mean, I'm sorry if it's a little on the boring side, but I try. At least I hope to make at least more enjoyable deck. But yes, we'll see if we can try to add there some more rewards. I just need time to kind of figure things out. All right, and then we'll pass here. So in the meantime, our opponent here is playing Bria, Riptide Rogue. So we haven't seen this Otter Rogue before. I mean, it gives everything prowess. Haven't actually seen too many people play this, so we'll see if that might be something to deal with. In the meantime, we'll put out our pseudo ramp, mana rocks, try to get to our bigger dragons as fast as possible. Sneaky Toilet, may I ask what you do for work? Unless it's too personal. Let's just say, all I'm just going to say for that is I work for a mouse. And we'll just keep it at that. Okay, let's see. All right. Dragon Speaker Shaman. Opponent. They let me keep this. This should be good here. Playline Tyrant. And thankfully it has haste, so that's actually pretty good for us. Okay, so our Tyrant here swinging. Hopefully. I don't think they have anything that can actually hit it with a command tower. Swing here. Sneaky Toilet. I can also try suggestions for the rewards too, like you lose, let's do heart of the cards, like audio fun things. I just need to, I just need time to actually sit down and think about like how I want to add more fun stuff to the streams. Definitely is that way you guys can have fun interacting a little bit more. I just need to figure out what do I want. All right. But yeah, we'll definitely, maybe I'll put this up on the Discord so I can ask everyone there, like, what do y'all want to see for those of you that do watch all the time. All right, Bria is getting bigger here. Treasures. Swinging big here. Okay, down to 20, it's fine. We can take the hit for now, that's okay. Twin Flame Tyrant, okay, that's pretty nice for us. Okay, so... let's see. How can we do this here? Okay. Sarkhan. We behold the dragon. That gives us 4. Trying to figure this out right here. Dang, I want to cast that Storm Scale, but we're not going to have enough to do it. Fire Spitter Whelp. Well, your guess is pretty good there, so I'll just definitely say your guess can be pretty good, Sneaky Toilet. But yes, Flame Tyrants. Alright. Sarkhan gets another pump. Or maybe not. Opponent, do you have an answer? Twin Flame Tyrant. It's bounced. Annoying, but it's not the worst. Okay. They definitely did not want that dragon to do that much damage. At least not yet. Down to 12. Okay. Looking good. We're so close to the end, though. I think we might be able to pull this off. Maybe. Let's see. We have 5 mana. Stormscale Scion. I would love to at least get 1 extra copy of that. Consider. Alright. Stormkill Artist. Alright. They pumping. They're pumping. Okay. Let's see. 4 cards in hand, opponent. What else you got? Witch's Mark. Okay. They're going to try to see if they can try to beat us out here. Feels like they're just trying to get the win right here on the spot. They draw some more cards. 6/6. Opponent. Honor. Never would have thought, like, at this point we actually would have gotten so many otters now into the game where they actually are a pretty solid creature type. Who would have thought? Otters. Pearl of Wisdom. Alright. More power. More pump. More card draw. Opponent's going off. Swing big. They're swinging. Down to 12. Can we close it out here? That is the question now. Oh, nope, never mind. There we go. We got him. We got him. We got him. Woo! Getting a little close there, but we did it. I was worried that they had maybe another bit of tempo play with that 1 treasure open, but hey, victory! Finally! At least a legit one, finally. Whew, here I thought I was going to end up with a stream where I wasn't going to actually get a real win today, but yay! Feel good. I guess all it just took was to spend more resources on a deck. Who knew? Who knew? Okay. Feeling good now. That's good. Feeling a little bit better. Let us keep this. It is a little on the higher end curve, but if we can draw into what we need, we should be fine. We have some pseudo removal. Play the mountain. Smoldering Egg should be nice. Playing Shadow Sphere. Okay. Velothar. Okay. I haven't seen anybody play this yet, so we will see if we can get around this. Behold our dragon to get some ramp. Cosmo Elixir here will be nice too. Feed this more. Annoying. But again, not the worst for us. That's fine. We'll take back our Sarkhan. Another mountain, which is good. We will play Cosmo Elixir now. So at least this kind of gives us a bit of an engine now. Okay, so we can gain some life. We'll get that mountain. We'll keep it. Yep. Alchemy gone. GG's. Thanks again for that, guys. Big butts. Oh, yeah. We're playing with a deck that's butts. Nothing but butts. Okay. So let's see here. I guess Invasion Tarkir comes down now. But yeah, they're playing. Okay, only 1. Can't really do much of anything there, but so just damage to them. I guess I should have gone to face. Okay, draw another card. So at least now we'll get our ramp going, which is nice. Smoldering Egg, no. Go down. Spit Flame is actually nice here. That's great. We will play... Hold off for a second there. Card Spinner will coming up. Okay, so... Unhollowed Flanex. Ooh. A little scary there. Spit Flame. They lose their wall. Take the hit for now. That's fine. Okay. Okay, bring down Sarkhan. Show off our dragon. Fire Spitter Whelp. Get some life back. We're close to the Dragogenesis, but we need more dragons to actually make this worthwhile. I might have to sacrifice a dragon or two just to get this to go off. Unfortunately, I might have to lose our dragon egg here. Oh boy. Alright, so dragon egg goes bye-bye. Unfortunately. Down to 12, they go up to 37. Dang. Okay, well, I think this might be the Star of Extinction turn, so... Swing here. Opponents? Okay, they let it go. So we do get to cast it. Ping our opponent for 1. And at least from here, we can then pay the 1. And then we can get this back. Okay. Surviving here 1 turn. Fountain Port. That's fine. That gets us to a Dragogenesis, but we just need to survive a hit. Okay, so I'm swinging here. Block here. Dang, I kind of wish the Spitflame did more, though. It just can't, though. That's unfortunate. Down to 4. They're up to 50. Okay. All right. Fountain Port. Man, I really wish we had better removal, I guess, for this deck. That's probably what I'm thinking of doing. Down to 48. Move back to the command zone. Star of Extinction time. Okay, so what do we get rid of? What do we get rid of? I guess it doesn't really matter now. I guess the Brushland. Ping our opponent for 1. Sneaky Joe, how does V2 or Flame Thing emote? Is it manual, random, or does it react with your voice? Works well. Good question on that one. Not too much when I talk about the trade secrets, but if you will, you must know. It's a combination of me kind of manually doing it, so I have to constantly watch what I'm doing, but at the same time, oh, I realize our opponent actually put on Amethyst Wall. Alright, and that's game. Dang. We were so close to stabilizing there. But yeah, it's a manual setup. So I pretty much just hit the buttons to react however I can. So sometimes there's fumbles with how I talk, but for the most part I think I do a pretty good job of handling it while also playing the game. This is why, to a degree, Arena actually ironically works well for this setup. Because if I otherwise needed another hand, I probably won't be able to play like an action game, like a computer game or whatever, because I would need 2 hands and I can't react quickly enough with also this. So this is actually ironically a good setup for turn-based games, if you will. Good question on that one, though. Not too many people like to ask about the behind the scenes, but if you're curious, no big secret. All right, strike it rich. So we're dealing with Tiamat again. All right, dragons against dragons. We're gonna try. Let's see here. Cleansing Wildfire. Okay, get rid of 1 land here to force him to only do a basic. Actually, yeah, my face is actually not recorded at all. It's literally just a simple setup. Like, there's no camera on me. Okay, Sarkhan, that's good. So, how do we do this here? I guess strike it rich again. Make another treasure. And pass. Okay, so let's see. We just need to get to... Alright. Scavenger rounds. Cosmo Elixir. And pass. Let's see. Dragonfire is not horrible, but I don't think... We need to actually get to an actual dragon. An actual real dragon we need. Yeah. Lumbering World Wagon. Okay. They get a basic. Okay. Fountain Port. I mean, the good news is we're definitely getting our whole setup here, which is nice, but we're still a ways away from what we need. Okay, so discard draw. Opponent is paying. Alright, come on, deck. Discard and draw. Toss out. I guess we don't need the invasion now, because they're going to just start putting out their big dragons. Stormscale Scion's not horrible. Actually, hold on. We'll wait on that one for a second there. So, let's see. Can we do this? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sarkhan, that's 9. I think we can pull off Sarkhan into a Stormscale. I think we can. That should hopefully help us out a little bit. Demand answers. Okay. Not bad. So let's see. Here's how we do this.
Come to me.
2 dragons. We will behold our 1 dragon here. Let's see if that means that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. Okay. Gotta go full control for this one. Okay, so demand answers. We discard a card. We will pay with Scavenger Grounds. Throw away Bolt Bend. Draw 2. Let's see, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think this should now do it for Stormscale. Not a huge one, but I'll take it. Okay. This should be good. There we go. And draw a card. Okay. Okay, good turn there. Good turn. We now have a big threat on the board, so our opponent has to blow it up, or we can get the win here. Hopefully we get it. Finally, I can kind of see what the deck is trying to do. Okay. Come on. Have the damnation. Alright, well. Trying again. Dang. But at least we got a glimpse of what this deck is trying to do here, as best as I can. But save you. Come on, opponent. Alright. MTG Hillbilly, howdy. How are you doing today, my fighter friend? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day where you're at. Thanks again for stopping by. Okay. Dragon. Get the treasure. Okay, so Ruby Medallion's not horrible either. That's good. We will... I guess we'll just discard here. Throw away a mountain. And great, we get another mountain. Okay. Pomacut Raceway. Young Red Dragon. And Sarkhan round 2. Behold there. Pass. Okay. Come on, deck. We still can get into this fight. I'm still hoping. Still hoping we can get at least another win here. MG Hillbilly doing good, enjoying the nice weather today here in Kentucky. That's where you're at? Okay, that sounds nice. Okay, opponent's going to reveal dragons here to destroy stuff. So they get Sarkhan down to 2. Okay. Trying to keep it low. Do they swing, though? They have 1 Dragon Spirit. Let's see, they have Niv Mizzet in hand, and they have their own Stormscale Scion. 1 mana open. Okay, Virtual Persistence. Dang. Alright, so they found a way to get around everything. Jeez. Okay, no attacks yet. Interesting. They chose not to, though. Discard a card. Throw away a mountain.
Molars told me I should do this.
Drop. Oh, come on, deck. Really? Okay. We're going to have to get a little bit more. Okay, just trying to draw. Wow. Unbelievable. I still got lands? No, the deck is not doing anything. Oh, boy. Well, all right. I guess we're just on hard mode for no reason. I did not ask for this today. I just wanted to show off a cool deck. The opponent is swinging still. Okay, we might have to start sacrificing treasures here just to get ahead. Okay, Tiamat's coming in. Ugh, I don't know. Okay, our only survival now is going to be a Starve Extinction. Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright. I see how it is, Arena. Arena is not being kind to me today. Absolutely terrible. Maybe I backtalked Alchemy too much. Maybe that's why I get punished all the time. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Well. I honestly don't know how we get out of this except for just getting a Star of Extinction. Like, literally, that's our only hope of trying to get out of this. So, in the meantime, I don't like to sacrifice treasures to do this, but we have no choice. We have to try to find a way to draw. And I don't want to give up just yet. I know the other matches I already gave up, but just got to get something off here. Okay, Leyline Tyrant I guess is not horrible, so... Right. Generate some mana.
Are you ready?
Okay, 2 red. Leyline Tyrant coming down. Okay, so we have some way of pushing through. Just a little bit. Right? Pump, pump, pump. Swinging with Sarkhan. It does deal double damage, so that is nice. Oh, they actually are blocking with Tiamat. Okay. So both commanders are down, but they're going to have a harder time actually casting their stuff. So we can do it again. Be holding one of our dragons, making another treasure. Okay. Okay. Down, but we're not out. If Twin Flame can at least survive, maybe we have a shot here. Come on. Show me some love. Boneheaded Dragonstorm, okay. Not quite what I want to see, but it's not the worst. Okay, they put a bunch of counters on it. Ew, okay. We can still do double damage, though. Just gotta find a way around this. Some way, somehow. Okay. Let's see here. We will seize the spoils. Throw away that extra mountain. Draw 2 cards. We'll make a treasure. Okay, Terror of the Peaks. That's nice. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We can... Let's see. We have 5... Okay, wait. I guess we have enough mana now where we kind of can just do this. We'll throw away the Dragon Lord Servant. We don't really need that now.
I don't need this. I need this.
Okay, Dragonstorm Globe. Okay. Same thing. It's not quite that helpful, but it's something. Terror of the Peaks. Okay. Now we could just start pinging off with Terror of the Peaks. I think we might have a shot. Okay. No attacks into that Bonehead Dracosaur. Because that is absolutely disgusting, by the way. Okay. They're going to start drawing a ton of stuff here. But still in this fight. Some way, somehow, I'm still in this fight. Opponent. Swinging big on Sarkhan. Do we... I mean, Sarkhan might be something we might want to... Well, actually, no. We'll just let it die. We have other ways of still drawing cards. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, we have more than enough mana. I guess we'll have to start doing our sacks here. Just to kind of start drawing more stuff with Fountain Port. Something's got to give. Surprisingly, though, they did not want to actually flip the invasion just yet. Okay, opponent is Legion Archive. Okay. I am curious to see what their deck list is for this, though, because at some point we will try to do a 5-color deck using oh jeez. All right, opponent clearing the board again. Disgusting. Well, our opponent is definitely trying everything they can to just keep us locked down. Draw another card. Okay, Demolition Field. Scorching Shot's not the worst thing, but it's not helpful either. Okay. We're trying. We're trying, everybody. I don't know how we're still in this fight, but we still are. But our opponent is going to get their stuff back soon. Okay. Goldspan Dragon's a little scary there. Okay, now they go after their invasion. They're making treasures. Okay, I can't imagine they have that many basics, though, so for that, I guess we'll take out Xander's Lounge. So at least this way, it slows them down a little bit, because that forces them to actually... Wait, they didn't have a basic. Got our mountain. No big deal for us. Alright. Resolve. Sarkhan's still fighting. Sacrifice another treasure to draw a card. I need something. Anything. Runaway Steamkin. Not ideal, but I guess that's... something, I guess? I don't know. Jeez. Either way, it's just feeling very... not quite where I want to be. Scorching Shot. What is this? Oh, it's Ward 4 and flying. Okay. Goldspan Dragon's down. We will... Wow, we're still at level 1. We have not had a chance to swing or do any damage to them. Jeez. Alright. A treasure token. Can't do anything still. Jeez. Okay. Some way, somehow. This has actually been our longest match so far, but I will say, if nothing else, the deck still shows that even against like 5-color decks, opponents can't get too cheeky with us because we can still find ways to kind of get around things. But it's been an uphill battle the whole time. Like, seriously, it's just been so absolutely frustrating. Okay. Niv Mizzet. Okay. Ugh. Opponent is now going to try to go off with dragons. We're trying. Another mountain that doesn't really do it for us, so we will... I think I'm honestly in desperation mode right now. It's kind of where I'm at. On a scale of, like, everything's fine to I'm panicking internally. Yeah, it feels like it's just an absolute struggle right now. Oh, we got the Star of Extinction. Oh, okay. So that might be how we get out of this. Okay, so no attacks now. We'll wait it out. Answer, yes. Yes. If they could put down a couple more dragons, maybe I can get the Star of Extinction to go off. Because it's not like... Okay, so there we go. Big swing. 2 damage to any targets. Runaway Steamkin dies. Thundermaw takes out the Sarkhan, and we get pinged to the face. Infernoman, what's your favorite song at the moment? Good question. I would have to say, if I had to pick a song right now, well, also I'm getting wrecked here. And you know what? I still enjoy playing my Daft Punk album. I absolutely do love playing Daft Punk. I'm so sad that they are done, but I absolutely loved their music. I can enjoy their first album. Let's see, Discovery, which shows you how old I am. But yeah, I remember getting that CD Yeah, CDs, back in the day. CDs, yes. I did get that first CD that had Discovery, that first song on there. And when they used that anime clip from Interstellar 5555 for the little dance sequence for One More Time, amazing. I just fell in love with that song. Never will get tired of that song, by the way. One of my absolute favorites. I can enjoy that anytime. It's just a feel-good song. Good question, though, on that one, though. Well, I'm also trying to not get completely wrecked here. But okay, we're going to try. Star of Extinction. We're going to blow up another land. Raffine's Tower goes bye-bye. Okay. I mean, again, our deck is helping us little by little here. Trying. Blow up the board. All the dragons are gone. We're probably going to put a non-dragon card back on. No surprise, of course. They will take our Dragon Lord. Disgusting, by the way. Stealing is wrong, kids. Remember that. You can sacrifice another treasure. Draw a card. Hidden Volcano. Okay, that might be helpful for next turn. Make a bunch of treasures, so that's nice. We still can ramp. And that means our Gadrick actually can fight back for now. Jeez, come on, opponents. Just so much removal we got to deal with here. Okay. Activate. So we're going to draw a card, discard a card. Okay, it was a land. That's fine. I guess that's better to throw away than nothing else. Down to 10. Ugh. Oh, yes. I also like that song too. You know what? Honestly, again, their whole album is so good on that one. Like, I love their album no matter, like, I can actually, this is one of the few albums I can listen to front to back anytime. So good. Oh, man. But I like all their albums, by the way. Even some of the more repetitive songs like Robot Rock and whatnot, I enjoy, honestly, all of them. Guess no duel. Well, next time I green. I mean, I haven't forgotten Den Splendid. It's just, honestly, this match is taking actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Our opponent is hanging in there. Like, they're fighting just as hard as we are. I don't want to give up just yet. I'm trying here. Jeez, wow, we actually got... That's not going to help us at all. I can't believe that. We actually whiffed. Oh boy, our deck really just does not want to do its thing. We'll pop. Okay, light of the stage. This is pretty much it here. We have to hit something. Okay, Rite of the Dragon Caller. Which is not a bad card, but we just don't have an instant or sorcery. Oh man, we fizzled so hard there. Yeah. I can sacrifice another treasure, draw a card. Come on, deck. Please. One hit. Oh, jeez. Okay. Guess we'll play the Flame of Keld. If we survive one turn, maybe. Just maybe. Come on. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. I mean, I'm pretty much expressed the majority of this stream has been nothing but frustration and disappointment. Been trying so hard here to see if we can just get something to go off here. We've had just one win. Man, it has been a struggle the whole time, man. Oh, dang it, our opponent beats us again. Okay. Man, we were so close to stabilizing there, but... Jeez, we just couldn't do it there. Well, I guess Sarkhan's just not quite what he once was, or maybe he's just not in the right deck for us. Okay, so... Let's see. Okay, how about this? The last match is against me, and then a wrap. Okay, so let's do it this way. We'll do one more just random upgraded deck, because the deck actually did show I can grind. It can do it. And then after that, I'll fight against you, Den Splendid, and that will be it for today. Just at least to kind of give us a little more of a feel-good end to this whole stream, because it's just not been fun for me. But hey, it happens sometimes. Sometimes, again, you just have days where just nothing clicks, and that's okay. Sometimes it'll happen, but I try not to, again, let that get me down. I try not to let that bother me. I'll just do what I can to kind of just maintain a positive attitude. And that's the best we can all hope for here. So let's see. Oh, we got a Blood Moon. Oh, this would have been the best. Like, last match would have been the best match for the Blood Moon. We just couldn't get it, though. But that's okay. Let's see. Can we get it with this one? Maybe. Okay, we will show off our cute little dragon egg. Make a treasure. Okay, all planes. Boromir. Okay. Wait, what does Boromir do again? Okay. He protects the whole plan. Okay, so that might be an issue for us, but we'll try. Smoldering egg. So in order to do this here, we can swing here with Sarkhan. And let's see here. Pyroclasm. Wait, no, not Pyroclasm. Hold on. Wrong card. Okay. We'll do this. Pumps up our Smoldering Egg. Does he sacrifice it? He does. Okay. We still get at least the counters on the egg. So I'm hoping maybe we can flip the egg. Maybe. Okay. Lay down arms. That's annoying. That's okay. We don't need... Okay, Flowering of the White Tree. We won't need that just yet. So let's see here. Dragon Egg. And we'll pass. Thank you, got my mate to watch. Please give him a shout out by calling him an ass. His name is Lonnie? Did I say that right? Is it Lonnie? Wait, why would I want to insult him? I'm so very confused. Okay, Boromir coming down again. Has a little bit more power now. Exactly. Okay, oh, it is Lonnie. Okay, good to know. Let's see. Cleansing Wildfire. So we're just going to now get a Runaway Steamkin, I guess, to just do a little bit of extra pump here. Roll the land. That's fine. Okay, come on. We get another land we get to draw. Okay, so we get Sarkhan itself, so that's pretty nice. All we just need to do is get around their disgusting alchemy nonsense. Alright, so how do we do this here? Pyroclasm. Okay. The whole board. The dragon egg dies, but it flips. We get a nice token out of it, so that's good. Roiling Vortex. Okay, and then that'll kill it, so we're just going to have to wait for his moment here. No attacks. Pass. Okay. Hang our opponent for 1. So let's see here. So, Runaway Steamkin with our mountains does provide us enough lands here. Archangel also. Ooh. Okay. I see what they're doing here. They're disgusting token plan.
So long as I am by your side.
Okay. We have to find a way around this. I don't think they'll swing just yet. Okay. Ping. Okay, Lathlis. Okay, so crack. Sarkhan. Everything back. Do some ramping.
Might demands power.
Play Lathlis. Get another pump here. Okay. Well, we're going to try to hang in there as best we can here. Lathlis. We swing here. Down to the realm of loyalty. Hang our opponent for 1. Okay. Alright. If we can flip the Smoldering Egg, maybe we have a good shot here. Rosy Cotton. Let's see. Sneaky Toilet. Would Reincarnation decks be good in Brawl? I feel like every card just gets removed by 1 or 2 turns. I mean, it kind of just depends on how you build your deck. And I know it's a little awkward to say that, but it can be done. Oh, jeez, our opponent's going to go crazy here. We could use right now... Hard removal would be great for us right now, if we can just find a way around this. But I don't know if we can do this. We'll try. Opponent is swinging. Okay, no blocks. Take a heavy hit here. Got 18. Okay, get pinged again. Okay, Terror of the Peaks. That's not bad either. Okay, so let's see. Trying to get a ramp going.
They are coming.
Okay, this should be good here. This should be good. Okay, Terror of the Peaks. That triggers off Latless. There we go. Okay, now we hit for 5. What do we hit, though? Guess we take care of those Monastery Mentors. Okay, that's down. Okay, take that. We will Breath Weapon. We will lose our Runaway Steamkin for here, but that might be a small price to pay just to get this going. Oh, we sacrifice here. Okay, so they do that. Activate. Hit here. Hit here. Archangel Elspeth is down. Okay. But they had to use up their protection for this. Okay, we can survive a hit. Wait, no. Can we survive a hit here? I don't know. Did I mess this up? The One Ring. Oh, jeez. I still can't believe they made this an alchemy card. Like, look at this. This is just ridiculous. It starts making all the Monastery Mentors who make also monks, and it just goes off right there. It's a disgusting card. Please stop making alchemy cards, Arena. Okay, so opponent's gonna do a swing here. If we can get at least another dragon, maybe we might have a shot. Okay. They do a card draw and discard. Block here. Wait, no. Oh, I can't be blocked by that. Okay. So that means he has to take the hit no matter what. Okay, 5. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to block here. That's all I can do. See, that was well played around there. Well, thank you, but let's see. I just don't know if it's going to be enough here. Let's see. Sorcery. Throw away the Blood Moon, because now we no longer need that. Okay, we can ping out our opponent's stuff. Just by a little bit here. Yes. Pay the ward cost. Rosie Cotton down. That's good. Draw 2. Make a treasure. Let's see here. And then... oh, we can't really do much of anything else. That stinks. Okay, in the meantime, I guess...
Don't doubt my methods.
Try another card there. Leyline Tyrant's not bad, but it's not enough. Okay. Down to 18. Alright. Some way, somehow, if we can sponge a hit here, we might have a shot next turn. Maybe. Come on, deck. Just hang in there for one glorious turn. That's all I need. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, we might be able to pull it off here. If our opponent taps out and they swing, we'll just lose Sarkhan, but that might be a small price to pay. Ooh. Okay, so we lose Terror of the Peaks. So, we get some map tokens out of that. I mean, they don't really help us that much, but... oh, geez. Never mind. Opponent just has all the removal. Man, I could not catch a break today. Okay, well. Yep. Yeah, not even going to bother blocking. Wow. Dang. Alright, well, Sarkhan just sputtered out. Okay, Den Splendid, if you're there, let's get you going at least on one game. I mean, you did wait patiently enough, so I do appreciate that. So, yep. We'll go over again the actual valuation of the deck a little bit later on. But it just was not doing too well. But okay, so let's at least cleanse our palate a little bit here. We'll give the deck at least one shot against our fiery friend. And after that, we'll again just do the evaluation of the deck, the good, the absolute terrible, by the way, and the ugly, and just kind of talk about the deck in general. And from there, before we do the final wrap-up, as always, if you stick around just long enough, you'll get a kind of chance to see what is to come over the next week and some. All right, so can we at least get a win here against our fiery friend? Let's see. He's playing Nigel Bolas here. So what is Sokazin Crucial Defiance. Wow, words are hard, by the way. Yeah, 2 out of 10 would not recommend. Don't worry. I will be very honest once we get there. Smoldering Egg. But I think it's also kind of a combination of a couple of things that I'll have to be honest with about, which I will talk about in a little bit. Dismal Backwater. So, we will... This is what I wanted trying to do earlier. Trying to Blood Moon. So this locks out our friend here. Dense Limit. They're all just mountains. Some swamps. Ooh, yeah, the Withering Torment. Alright. Found a way around it. Okay. Not quite annoyed by that, but okay. You managed to find a way through. Well done. But we're not down yet. Gain some life. Stock up. Probably one of the hottest cards right now in Standard. Like, literally, this card is now $11 to buy. Seriously, $11 for an uncommon? Ridiculous, by the way. But it is a good card. Really good card. But, man, I should have bought that when I had the chance. Okay. So we exile a card. Don't need that one, but that's okay. We will play Gadrak. No one died, so that's okay. We'll start flipping this hopefully soon, though. But if I know our fiery friend here, he's going to be playing some other stuff. Just keep ramping. He's going to try to hedge his bets on big Nigel Bolas. Okay. All right, big score. Strike it rich first off. Make some treasures. And then we will seize the spoils. We'll throw away... Flame Sweep. If I was to know him, he's definitely not going to be playing treasure. I'm sorry, not playing creatures. Draw some more stuff. Make another treasure. Almond Raceway. Nothing quite yet. But here's how we do this. So I think we now have enough. We should be able to just flip the Smoldering Egg. Okay, there we go. Now we got an actual dragon. An actual dragon. Cycling. Oh, I don't think Den Splendor will be stream sniping. He would not do that to me. He's a good boy. He good. He good. Alright, so let's see. Can we beat our fiery friend here? You got this Nikki B in. Is that enough to defeat us? Because literally the gimmick of his deck, for those that weren't watching on the chat earlier, this is literally his only mythic in the deck. So now he's going to start stealing our stuff. How dare he, by the way. Pyroclasm. Okay, so... how do we do this here? Demolition Field. We'll throw away the Pyroclasm. Ooh, oh, I got it. I got it right here. Draw 2. And let's see. Okay. I'll take Sprite. Okay. Ping, ping, ping. We take some damage here, but that's okay. We will throw away... actually, no. We got to keep the Collector's Vault. Draw another card. There we go. Take that. Alright. There we go. So I think we should feel pretty good about this one. Okay. So, can we do it here? He's going to keep trying to steal our cards, by the way, but that's okay. Like, literally, he's now found a way to kind of steal all of our dragons. How dare he, by the way. But that's okay. We're just having fun here, everybody. Come on, deck. Okay, we got some lands. We will behold once we get this going. Oh, he's got something. Wait, do you have a counterspell? Maybe? Ugh. Even our own fiery friend here is not giving up. We'll behold the dragon still. We still make a treasure. Collector's Vault. Invasion of Tarkir. Okay. Ooh, Void Shatter. Alright. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well. Our only other thing here is we are now out of... Okay. Throw away that. Okay. Okay, anything else? Okay. Okay, so Leyline Tyrant, he's going to start trying to keep up some extra mana here. Alright. Our fiery friend here is doing everything he can to stop us. But the fun fact is, again, his gimmick, if you haven't seen it, he mentioned this earlier, his entire deck is just commons and uncommons, and the only actual mythic he has is the actual commander itself. But is that enough to actually stop us? We shall see here. Making his treasures. Grabbing his Chupacabra. Okay. Still finding a way to get around us. Alright. He's doing it, though. Man, but... Jeez. Maybe we need more card draw on the deck. It just feels like... I don't know. I think there's a lot we can just talk about regarding this deck. Just the good and the bad. Okay, so come on. Exiling cards here. Alright, a Braid. Okay. So. Dang, we can't even do this against... Oh, jeez. Alright, so. Drawing cards here. Don't need the mountain. We need action. Alright, well... I think we just get rid of the Ravenous Chupacabra. Do you have an answer? Okay. Can we at least get rid of Nico Bolas here? At least. Oh, he's actually got something with us. Wow. Makes us a weak little bunny. Absolutely disgusting, by the way. All right, well, we're still not going to give up. I mean, if this proves, I mean, if we can't win this match, this proves this deck has just been a dud. Okay, so he's going to keep stealing stuff from us. Okay. All right. I will say, though, I give you commendation because your deck right now is actually doing a lot of work. And it makes our deck look terrible, by the way. But it's going. Our fiery friend has found a pretty solid deck here. I kind of want to steal that list, but I'm sure he'll leave it for us in the Discord. Which, again, if you haven't seen already, the Discord links are up. So be sure to join our group of fiery friends as we continually keep growing. And hopefully, again, we'll see you there soon. Alright, so... Sacrifice non-land permanents. Get the treasure. Okay, exiling cards. Faithless Looting. Mountain. Okay. Draw 2. And we will have to discard 2, but that's okay. Alright, come on, deck. Throw away here. Draw more cards. Okay. Still nothing, though. I think, if it hasn't been obvious, I think we might have seen one of the major flaws of the deck. Okay, so with that, come on, deck, just something. Now I also realize, yeah, the clock is also kind of ticking on us today, so we will try to see if we can finish this up soon. Other Sarkhan. Astral Planeswalker one. Yeah, we can't get through. We can't take out his Nigo Bolas, and that's the problem. It's just, yeah, he's stopped us really good.
Who are you to call me
Yeah.
mad?
Dang. Okay, I mean it's fine. I mean you're right, Seagull. This might be GG's here. Like we just can't get through anything. So I'll let him do his final turn here, and I'll probably just call it here. Steal our stuff still. Oh, Red Dragon. Okay. This makes another dragon for him. He can pop up everything, by the way. So at this point, it's just go ahead and swing, my man. Yep. Dragons get a pump. Okay, you don't have to go that far. Okay, that's overkill, by the way. Come on. Okay, no one likes to show off. Oh, come on. That's completely unreasonable. Ugh. Okay, wow. Yeah, our deck today. This one is probably going to be... I'll probably trash this one once we're done here. Good game, though, Dense Planet. I do commend you. Your deck was very well refined, all considering it's just rare. I'm sorry. It's just commons and uncommons, so yeah. Okay, let's get through... Let's talk about the Loxodon in the room, everybody. Let's just be real. I'm not even going to ask, because usually I ask right now, so what do you think of the deck? Would you play this? And, dang, this one was just a dud. Maybe I probably didn't build it that well. The good news is the deck definitely ramps a lot, so that's probably the best thing this deck has going for it. It ramps more than enough. But the issue is I think we probably went a little too far on the ramp and not enough payoffs and not enough card draw to get to our actual dragons. So kind of a shame. I mean, that happens sometimes. But yeah, I think I would say for sure, even though looking at it right now, it's not like we don't have enough creatures. We have 21 creatures in the deck. You look at the balance of things here, I would have thought that, I don't know, maybe it just didn't click that well. But yeah, deck's kind of a dud. I probably would try to give it another shot in the future, but I probably wouldn't move Sarkhan into the main part. I would probably have to put something else there and put him in the 99. So if you like Sarkhan, I probably wouldn't play with this one. Not unless if I rebuilt the deck completely. So I think I probably didn't do it too well here. We did get at least one win with the upgraded one. So I think with the amount of ramp we have, it works better when you have a lot more dragons to work with. So this version here is still about the same. It has 20 creatures, but we have a little bit more of a mix of things around the other sides here. Overall, though, I'm just going to say it. I probably won't play this one again, at least not for a while, but I definitely would like to look at dragons again, but we need to look at dragons from a different perspective. So that's where my mindset is right now. I think it just is a combination of just not balancing what we need to make this deck work. We have plenty of ramp, lots of card draw to get more lands, but we just were not getting to the payoffs, which is kind of a shame. But it happens. It happens. So it's okay, everybody. This is going to be a dud. Hopefully the next stream we do, we'll have a lot more fun with a much more better deck. So speaking of that, if you're curious about what's to come, stick around for just an extra moment before we end today's stream, because those of you who have hung around this far are my true fiery friends. So as always, you'll kind of get a little idea of what we're looking at right here. So here's what we're doing for the future. The next tech deck that's going to come out on the beginning of next week, we're going to have a Teamer Landfall deck. So that's going to be my one I'm going to look forward to building. This is actually pretty fun. It's been actually good so far. So I'm going to need to finish the recordings on this a little bit later today. As far as other future streams, we're going to be looking at a mono blue build. Actually, now that I realize it, every stream we've done so far for Tarkir Dragonstorm has been a monocolor deck. We did a colorless deck with Ugin. We did the Craterhoof deck, which was hilarious. That was a green deck. We had a black deck that was the demon deck. That one was okay. We had Elspeth here, which was also pretty fun too, with mono white. And we just did a red deck, which ended up being kind of bad, but it is what it is. So I figured, ironically enough, we ended up finding a mono blue commander that we're going to be playing with once we get on the weekend. So this one will be on Saturday. That's what I'm planning for that one. But overall, as far as that beyond, I'm looking also at probably one of the most powerful decks currently in standard right now. I don't know if I want to modify this anymore, but I think we found a deck that's actually going to be very powerful, that honestly has been dominating currently in the past couple days on the ranked ladder. So I'm going to give this deck a shot a little bit in my free time. And I think this one might be the one for once we get past a little bit more of Tarkir to see what we can work with here. And then speaking of prowess, I also have another one. This one's an ultra budget one that's actually 3-color. We're going to play with this one, and this will be a future deck tech near mid-May. So this is what we're looking at a little bit later down the line. Anything beyond that one, just mostly going to be more simple, fun stuff like challenges like a Pauper Poison deck that I put together. The Mardu Super Friends deck that you see here, this was based upon another fiery friend here. So shout out to you, Sneaky Toilet. We took one of his decks that he wanted us to help improve, and we made it into something a little bit more competitive and viable here. But if we want to see that, we might look into that. Otherwise, other future decks might be the Token Energy deck that I looked at. Still playing around with this one. Still not sure if I want to do this one on a stream, but I might do like a bonus video on Patreon. So check that out if you're curious about that. But otherwise, I think that's pretty much it, everybody. As far as any other future decks, by the time we get to the remaining ones I talked about here, we'll be getting spoilers soon for Final Fantasy. I don't know what to expect with Final Fantasy. Let me know your thoughts on what that's going to look like, and I will definitely put up at least my my preview, or at least my predictions of what is to come in that set, probably next week. That's what I'm looking at doing. But otherwise, that's pretty much it, everybody. We're going to be ending it right here. So shout out to again for those of you that were holding down the nice chat for today. So Sneaky Toilet, Dan Splendid, appreciate both of you that were hanging out and chatting with me throughout the day. Thanks again for popping in, MTG Hillbilly, appreciate that. Stickman Jake, I know you were there for just a moment, but thanks again for joining us for just that brief little moment there. And those of you that are watching across other social media platforms, so I see it was a Digital Ghost and Alkin159 over on Instagram. Thanks again for that. I know you guys weren't chatting, but still appreciate you guys just popping in, so love that. And then anybody else that was across any of the other formats like Kick or X or anything else, thank you one more time for those of you that were here for me. But otherwise, hopefully again, the next stream will have a much more exciting set of matches. We'll get more wins. But until then, next time, thanks again, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Hopefully again, we'll get a chance to do this again. Saturday afternoon is the next one. And again, I will list the time across socials. But otherwise, that's all I have for today, everyone. But before I go, as always, just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you on Saturday afternoon, everybody. Later.